Hi, I'm Claire and I just love to knit. Today I'm going to start working on my Amy Slipover. Now Amy Slipover comes out of this book by Sanders Garn. I think this is a really popular book and everyone's had a go at knitting something from the book, and especially the Amy Slipover. It seems to be a very popular pattern. This one here. In the pattern, it called for a fingering weight held with a mohair, which is bought to DK weight. I have been thinking about making this slipover for a long time, but I haven't started because I hadn't found the perfect yarn for it. It doesn't need a lot of yarn, and I hate breaking up something from my stash and have 100 grams left. What am I going to do with 100 grams? I like to work with the perfect amount. So I've been thinking about what in my stash will be just the right amount to make this slipover without having too much left over. Now, this book is gorgeous. There's so many beautiful designs in here, but I have never knit anything from here yet. I think it's because everything here is very oversized and I'm a short person, so it doesn't quite work for me, and everything is quite thick. Living in subtropics, I don't really get to wear many thick jumpers. So the yarn I've chosen for this project is this beautiful mohair combination, and it's got some lurex in it. It is 39% mohair, 40% silk, 7% cashmere, 3% lurex, and 11% polyester. I don't know what weight it is. I think it's fingering. I bought it online at WoolyYarns. It's a Latvian store and they specialize in beautiful Italian yarns and beautiful mixed yarns. So I'm going to be holding this double, which creates kind of a sport weight. I actually did swatch for it. Initially I did 3 strands and that created really thick fabric, which just didn't work for me. So I've already wound it up in 4 and I'm going to hold it double, which seems to work better. Pretty sure the yarn holder is not supposed to wobble like this, right? I'm too busy looking at my phone and oops. I don't think that can be fixed now. It was pretty wobbly to start with, but after it fell off the table, we can't screw it on again. It just keeps coming out. What a piece of crap. I bought it from Knit Picks a couple of years ago, and maybe the washer's worn through or something, but it is not screwing back on. Shall we give it one more try? I'll hold on to the base, so hopefully it doesn't fall off the table this time. So you can see the needles starting to move more and more. I think I've got enough wound up anyway for now. I'll just start using this ball. I'll pull from the center and the outside. Pretty! I've already got up to the increasing part, so it starts from the neck and you increase once it reaches around your waist. But I'm pretty impatient. When will the ribbing end? In the pattern, it recommends you do an Italian bind off, but it's a 2x2 rib. So here I am going to rearrange the stitches so it becomes 1x1 rib and then do an Italian bind off. It takes a bit more time, but I think it looks a lot nicer in the end. So I have finished the back panel and now I'm working on the front panel. This neckline seems awfully big. Hope it turns out okay. In the photo it does have a really big turtleneck that looks really cozy and cuddly, so hoping it'll work out. And this yarn is just beautiful. It's a little bit scratchy, so I'm hoping after I wash it, it won't be so scratchy. But yeah, I love that little bit of gold lurex in there, which has a beautiful effect. Now I'm holding it double here. Now the problem I'm running into with this is the yarn is not twisted, and then when you're holding 2 strands, you can see 8 individual strands there, and I just keep missing little loops. Like here, here there's a little lurex loop missing. Here there's a couple more. So yeah, it's very easy to split the yarn, which is a bit annoying. I have to concentrate and take my time. Otherwise I'll very easily split the yarn, which is annoying. But I'm happy with how it's going. Once the front panel is done, then I'll pick up here, around the back, and create long straps on the side. And then, of course, lastly, I'll be making the turtleneck. Since I've started my podcast, my son has been showing a lot of interest, and now he has even started doing knitting again. Got it? Yep, pull it off, that's it. And then tension it, make sure the tension's good, that's it. Okay, it seems like I have run into a real issue, and it's not a mistake that I haven't made before. I just keep making the same mistakes. I don't know what's going on with me. So I guess I didn't read the pattern or the yarn requirements properly. To make the Amy Slipover, you need almost 1,000 meters of yarn, just under 1,000 meters. That was the yarn requirement. For some reason, when I was looking at the yarn requirement, it didn't click, and I've only got 1,000 meters of this, but I'm holding it double. That means I only had 500 meters. So after I finished the body, I'm like, that doesn't seem quite right. I don't have enough yarn to finish the neck and the edging and the ties. I've decided for the neck ribbing, I'm going to hold this with a strand of my Woolfolk Merino. This is a beautiful yarn, and it'll be a bit softer on my neck, which will probably work out a little better. And I've already started, and it doesn't look too bad. It actually just looks a little bit deeper than the main body here. And I'm sure I will not have enough left for the sides, so you're supposed to pick up the sides and create these long ties. There's no way there will be enough yarn for that. And I don't even have any more of the merino to work with. So I'm thinking, once I finish the neck, I might just close the two sides up and make it into a little vest. Hopefully it's big enough, because there is some kind of nice edging detail here. So even if I don't pick up the size, it may still work out. I'll finish this first, try it out for size, either close this up on the side or make like a little tab so it's still open on the side, but it's like a half slip over. So that's what I've decided on it. So that's what I decided I will have to do. The other alternative is to use a complete different color for the neckline and for the ribbing. So I don't think I will like that. I really like this beautiful Lurex navy. So I want to keep it as cohesive as possible. I think the worst part is I just don't read the pattern properly, and it's happened to me so many times. I just cast on and not think about it too much. Except for this time, I actually did spend a lot of time thinking about the yarn. I just didn't calculate it properly. So I'm still pretty bummed about not doing the right calculations about the yardage required for this jumper, for the Amy Slipover. Although, the collar doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. But I am starting to get a bit worried that the body is not going to be big enough. Will it be big enough? I don't think so. I think what I'm going to do is maybe make a little tab, like a bridge across here, and just have the sides completely open. That might work out. It'll look okay, right? No other option. Not clear. The person who originally taught me how to knit was my mum. She is a really good knitter, and I love spending time with her knitting together. It's really nice quality time, and we always have a nice chat at the same time. She taught me when I was little, and I really only took it up properly during COVID. And now if you want to check out my Ravelry, there's probably 100 pieces of garments that I have made. She is making the lace jumper by Isega. I made it recently and she loved it, so she's going to make one for herself. Since Mum is the pro at knitting, and she's also very good at pattern making since she had a tailoring shop for over 23 years, I always get her to come and help me whenever I run into trouble. She has made the Amy Slipover last year, so she remembers what needs to be done and how nice it looks with the shoulder ribbing. However, it's not going to happen, so she and I are trying to work out if it will fit if we come up with another solution. She recommends that I put some kind of trimming on the armhole just to give it a more finished look. But now we're just double checking to make sure it actually fits my body. The pattern recommends 20 centimeters of ribbing on the neck. That is a lot of ribbing. I don't have a lot of merino left, so I'm playing a little bit of yarn chicken to see how far I can actually get. I got pretty close to 20, I think I'm at about 17, which is pretty good. Since I'm a short person anyway, I think that'll do. So I'll persevere and use up all of the merino that I have to finish this neck. Now that I've finished the neck, I'm following Mum's advice and putting a crochet border around the two sides. She said this will give it a nicer finish. I'm doing it from the wrong side, so on the right side it looks a bit more tidy. Uh-oh, trouble already. I've done a little bit of the crochet border, but it doesn't look right. I did every 3 out of 4 rows, but I think it's still a bit too much. You can see it's all folded and not very straight, and the border is just not nice. I'm going to try to rip this out, but the mohair is proving to be a bit difficult. It just wants to stick. I'm so close to finishing this project, but I know that I won't be happy with it if I leave the ribbing on as it is. I've spent so much time into it already, and my foot was supposed to get up and move. You know, I've spent so much into it already, and if this edging is warped, then I'm not going to enjoy it. So, biting the bullet, trying to untangle this no-head crocheted edge. Maybe crochet is just harder than knit to unpick. Sometimes it goes really smoothly and unravels pretty quickly. Sometimes it gets stuck with every stitch. But I know I will be able to finish it today. That's the good news. And maybe I will be able to take it to Tasmania with me this weekend. Now I'm picking up 1 stitch every 2 rows, and it looks so much nicer. So I'm going to spend so much time doing this top, might as well do it properly. When I finish this side, I will go back and we'll do the other side, because yeah, my edging is just too long.
You know how my mum said in the last episode with the stitches sweater, how I'm normally in the outfield in baseball? Well, it's not true, okay? Well, sometimes I am in the outfield, but sometimes I'm pitcher or third base.
I know most people like to wash and block their garments, but I am too lazy for that and I don't like waiting for garments to dry, so I prefer the steam locking method. So I just turn my normal iron onto the highest steam setting and use the steam to wash over the garment. As Andrea from Fruity Knitting says, if the tension is correct, you shouldn't really need to block it. The steam should help it go into the shape that it wants to be. Here's my first proper try on. Please ignore the messy wardrobe in the back. So yeah, I really like this. The collar looks a little bit weird when it's not folded down, a little bit splayed out. But otherwise, yeah, I love the color, the design, even though I didn't have enough yarn to finish the shoulder ribbing, but it still has a nice structure, it fits nicely, and I'm very happy with it. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a video on all of my beautiful FOs and glass cabinet there. I'm so glad that I persevered and finished the Amy Slipover. This is a piece that I'm going to enjoy wearing all year round, and I love the yarn that I chose to go with it. If you want to find out more, go to my Ravelry page in the link below.
Like and subscribe this video, or I'll come find you at night time.